All right, we are back, class. We're going to have one more quick concept. I'm going to introduce you to the quadratic formula. This is one of our major concepts to cover in these last couple weeks of class here. Can you believe it? We have a month of school left together. I can't wait. I'm going to miss you guys in the classroom. But we got this last major couple things to learn, and then we are out of school. So what is the quadratic formula? Well, this is a formula you're going to have to know and memorize in the next couple of weeks. And so the quadratic formula essentially states that if ax squared plus bx plus c equaling 0, so what we've been working with already, ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0, the values of x, which are the solutions of the equation, are given by x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So take a mental screenshot of this formula, write it down on a note card. So I want everyone right where you are right now, grab a note card, grab a pencil, or grab a piece of paper and grab a pencil and write this down 3 times in a row. So go ahead and pause the video, write this down 3 times in a row. This is a formula we're all going to have to know. Negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. Negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac over 2a. So step 1 is to get everything onto the same side. I'm now going to look at this example 1 of using the quadratic formula. So x squared plus, I'm going to subtract minus 5x from both sides. So x squared minus 5x plus 6 equals 0, right? Now I know I have to, from there, I need to find the values of a, b, and c. So again, we have ax squared plus bx plus c equals 0. And so if I fill in the blanks for those things, a, in this case, is going to equal 1. So a equals 1. B in this case is going to equal negative 5. And C in this case equals 6. So what we're going to do is actually just go ahead now. So what we did was we got everything onto one side. We went ahead and found what the actual variables were. So A, B, and C. And then the last thing we're going to do is just plug those things into the quadratic formula. So x equals negative b plus or minus the square root of b squared minus 4ac, so this should be the 5th time you're writing this on your paper, over 2a. I know it sounds like a lot of letters and numbers, but once you get the hang of it and once you memorize the formula, it's actually pretty easy and straightforward. So this is one case where we're not going to really apply it. We're just going to memorize the formula and be able to plug in the values. So what does this mean in real life? Well, what we're going to do is take each of our values. So x equals negative b. So what was b? Negative 5. Well, what's negative of negative 5? 5 plus or minus the square root of b squared. Now we'll just go back to our b again. So b squared, negative 5 squared, which, as we all know, is 25. The square root of 25 minus 4 times a times c. So minus 4 times 1 times 6 over, in this case, 2 times 1. So what do we get? Let's go down here on the next line in red. X equals 5 plus or minus the square root of 25 minus 4 times 1 times 6, which is 24. So the square root of 1 over 2. So what's 5 plus the square root of 1? Well, that's just going to give us 6. So x equals either 6 over 2 or x equals 5 minus the square root of 1, 4 over 2. X equals 3 or x equals 2. So you're not always going to have perfect solutions, but again, just make sure you get everything onto the left-hand side or the side that you want to solve for. And then make sure that you get just the numbers, right? Ax squared plus bx plus c. So I just want you to do examples A and B to get comfortable with the concept before tomorrow. So go ahead and complete those now, pause the video, and I will see you in class. Great job today.